Are Puerto Ricans American citizens? The Caribbean island of Puerto Rico was home to Spanish settlers from 1508 until the Spanish-American War in 1898, when they adopted American citizenship under the laws of the United States. There is confusion about the citizenship status of Puerto Ricans due to the island's unincorporated territory status. That means the country has its local government, but ultimately is under the control of the United States Congress, with the president as head of state. The focus of this video is whether Puerto Ricans are American citizens. As we answer this question, we encourage you to stay tuned to this channel and watch until the end. Puerto Rico and the Spanish era. The first Spanish settlement on the island was in 1508, and Puerto Rico became a Spanish colony for 400 years. They didn't get full rights until the 1812 Cádiz Constitution. The Constitution defines Puerto Ricans as those born on the island and their kin. They enjoyed the same status and representation in the Spanish legislature. But it didn't last long, and the Constitution was put on hold, heralding the return of monarchy and chaos. Several times, the Cádiz Constitution was reinstated and revoked, leaving Puerto Rico without a specific legal status for its inhabitants until 1873, when the Spanish Constitution of 1869 was extended to the island. Eventually, it ceased to be effective. A Bill of Rights was established for the residents of Puerto Rico after slavery was abolished. When the 1812 Constitution was restored, it contained provisions for Spain to draft a civil code. Several attempts were unsuccessful until the code was finally adopted in 1889. Article 22 of the code required a married woman to obtain her nationality from her husband. The Spanish-American War ended, and the United States took over the island. Puerto Rico and the United States era. The United States acquired control over Puerto Rico after the Spanish-American War ended. The Citizenship Clause of the 14th Amendment to the United States Constitution was not invoked to safeguard individuals living within the jurisdiction of this treaty. The language created a new classification of non-citizen U.S. nationals, which implies that Puerto Ricans were not extended full constitutional rights, but belonged to the United States. The absence of a collective naturalization provision created a situation which treated individuals differently based on their nationality. Within 1 year of the treaty, Spanish nationals born in Spain could formally declare in a court that they wished to retain their original nationality. Foreign nationals remained foreign citizens. Persons born in Puerto Rico automatically became U.S. citizens, but had no citizenship recognized under international law or even United States municipal law. In 1900, the United States Congress enacted the initial Organic Act, commonly referred to as the Foraker Act, to regulate the status of Puerto Rico. As a result of this legislation, Puerto Ricans were deemed territorial citizens, establishing United States citizenship for Puerto Ricans. After the territorial legislature recognized U.S. citizens permanently residing on the island and former Spanish citizens who had severed ties with Spain as Puerto Rican citizens, there have been numerous inquiries as to whether Puerto Ricans are legitimate citizens of the United States. The Supreme Court ruled that, even though the territory is part of the United States, it isn't a constitutionally protected territory because it's populated by alien species with religious, cultural, legal, fiscal, and philosophical differences. In 1950, the U.S. Congress passed Public Law 600, which authorized Puerto Rico to draft its constitution to regulate its internal affairs. Residents voted in favor of granting the government a commonwealth status. The Constitutional Convention of Puerto Rico established a constitution with few differences between the relationship between Puerto Rico and the United States. The rest ensured that the permanent association with the United States remained. In a nutshell, it is imperative to note that, although Puerto Ricans are recognized as native-born United States citizens, the territory remains unincorporated. This contradiction has allowed Puerto Rico to be governed as a separate and unequal territory, which belongs to, but is not a part of, the United States. That sounds complicated, right? Would you like to share your insights? Let us know what you think in the comments section. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell.